promoted this game at the start as Malcolm X, a team that definitely is one of, not the best team in Region 4. I think today they played like a 25 team against us.
Yeah, they're a good team. I don't know if I'm on here or not. But,
you are.
Yeah, they played a good game. They're a good team. They're tied for first in the North. It's a quality opponent who obviously everybody's going to play us as hard and best they can, and they did. You know, we were playing a lot of the game a little out of kilter, but, man, we just not getting anything from the interior. It's really killing us. And, you know, we had some guys have to gut it up and play without that. You know, we finally got our feet under us a little bit in the second half. And, you know, won a ball game. I'm proud of the guys that played at the end. I'm proud of there's a few guys on that bench I thought they're really in it. And some other guys got to look in the mirror because, you know, there's a lot of people depending on them on this team. Their career's on the line. Got to step up and do better.
I talked briefly with Ron White before the game and mentioned that, you know, we've had a hard time playing well in the first half of the game. And his return comment was, yeah, but you guys are really tough in the second half when you finally get going. And he experienced that today. We were down 48-40, but closed the game on a 34-15 run.
Yeah, I mean, we've showed toughness when we figure out who the guys are that's going to do it that day. You know, we got to look around and try to figure it out. And, you know, that's been the story of us. I mean, you know, and some of it offensively in the second half, they come toward me, and it's a little easier to control them, you know, walk them through some things. But really, it's been what I just said. It's getting the urgency and the focus. Both those things got to come together. And, you know, and then finding who that's going to be. And tonight, you know, we followed around until we finally found a group. You know, you can't predict sometimes who it's going to be. You know, Elijah wasn't playing a lot till the last couple ball games, and now, you know, he's been big in the second halves of games.
He hit a big three-pointer.
Big, but just all of it. I mean, just playing more toughness. He's a freshman, and there's all kinds of things out there that need to get cleaned up. But, you know, just some toughness, some competitiveness, some intensity. And we got to find that from some of our bigs. Or, like I said, second half, we just played without them.
You had Williams on Dixon. You had Callaway on Dixon. You had Ochugwu on Dixon. He still came up with 29 points. I know Indiana State, Southern Indiana, interested in him. He's a quality player.
He is. I mean, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. I was disappointed in his last five. I thought that we can't give that up. We can't. On the inbounds underneath, we had just about to get control of the game, and we let him come off a basic screen and be open to catch and turn and shoot. And then I thought we let him, you know, kind of make a play when we knew he's coming late. I thought Prince fought him, and Prince usually fights everybody. But I thought that little period right there, I wasn't too pleased with because I thought we let up a little bit right there, right when you just can't. But and we're going to keep fighting. You know, like I said, I've had my legs crossed here for a little while, and they're uncrossed right now. They're going to stay uncrossed too. I'm going to see what kind of fire I can get from this group.
Dayton Williams with his 8th double-double of the season, wound up with 26 points and 12 rebounds. Just an outstanding day. 9 out of 17 from the floor and 7 out of 8 from the free throw line.
I thought Dayton played good in the second half. I thought he was wild in the first half. I thought he was wild and forcing stuff and kind of out of kilter. Talked about that, and I thought second half, Dayton played well. I thought he did the things that, you know, we expect him to do and the things that we need him to do. I didn't think he had to do anything outside of himself. I thought he played in it. And, you know, played a very good second half after I thought, again, it was a little wild in the first. I think he'd probably tell you the same thing. Got himself calmed down, and there we went.
Ochugwu had 12 rebounds in the ball game. I mean, that's a nice total. He had 4 points, but sometimes, you know, the total points don't really reflect what a player does to help a team win.
Well, that's not his job. You know, if he gets some points, it's great. He got a couple big buckets that we didn't get them, but, you know, you know, his job is to defend. Make toughness plays. Those are the key things for him every game. He's been put, when he's on the floor, he's been put on whatever the best player they have. It'd be anything resembling a perimeter player. And he's drawing those assignments and has to work and battle and work and battle and work and battle. And I thought he did a good job of that.
We now have a 1.5 game lead over Logan because Swick beat Logan today 69-65, stops Logan's 9-game winning streak. You know, I've said all along that Swick is a team with a lot of potential. They have just struggled at both ends of the court all season long, but they could put together a late season run. We played Lakeland on Wednesday night. They lost today to Kaskaskia in Mattoon, 82-81. So the beat goes on.
Well, you know, every day is a little bit different. A lot of these teams are in the same kind of area. You know, I thought that was going to be a tough period right there for Logan, because Logan had to play them on the road and then turn around Monday and play Shawnee on the road. So, it doesn't shock me. I mean, you get them in a grinder, that Saturday afternoon game when you travel. I say it all the time, winning ain't easy, man. Winning's tough. And that's why right now I've kind of got to get up and get fiery and get in these guys and get them moving. I tried the other for a little bit, and it wasn't going to get us across. Winning's hard. Winning's hard. You got to dig real deep and take real responsibility to get good enough to do it all the time.
Could be number 2 next week. We should be number 2 in the rankings with Howard and Gulf Coast having lost. Coach, good to get back near the top.
Yeah, we just got to get playing right. We've achieved a lot. We're 24-1. At Valentine's Day, 10-1 in the league with a little bit of a lead in the league right now. We have 2 goals, before you get to Kansas, and that's simple. Win the regular season, district title, and get to Hutch.
And speaking of Kansas, our beloved Hutchinson is down 39-25 at halftime, so we got a chance to get within 1 game of tying them for the all-time win list.
Dave, I think we'll get them at some point. We're going to be hard to hold off.
Hot on their heels.
Hot on their heels, buddy. We'll keep churning, but but again, we've done a lot, and we've gone a long way toward getting ourselves to Kansas, but we got a little bit more work to do. So we're going to try to push through.
And we'll get it done. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Dave.